What are the signs of someone being fake nice? Most people who are on the clock at their job. When working, there are friends and friendly coworkers. One type wants to be your friend, and the other wants to be your friend to pass the time. But how do you make that clear to someone who doesn't get it? Quit your job and change your name. Well, I usually don't want to be friends with coworkers for professional reasons. That doesn't mean I can't be a friendly dude anyway and get along with everyone while I'm there. I consider myself to be pretty genuine. I wish my mom would understand this. She insists the cashier is flirting with me every time. It's really hard going off of words and conversation alone, and if you're trying to go off that, there's a high chance you'll get burned. You get all those people who can seem super nice in conversation, they remember your name, details, etc., but actually have agendas. Coming off as genuine is something that can definitely be practiced. On the flip side, you get people who seem like boisterous, superficial people, but are actually super nice when you get to know them. It's best to go off actions. Does a person do kind things consistently when nobody else is paying attention? Is a person actually there for you consistently to do mundane but important things, like take you to the airport, etc., when there's nothing to be gained? Words and mannerisms mean almost nothing in the grand scheme of things. Go off a personal track record that's way more reliable. Totally agree. People get tired, busy, annoyed, etc. Everyone's attitude fluctuates at times, but nice, considerate people are nice in the long run because it's how they view the world. Same goes for dating and trying to figure out if someone actually likes you. Pay attention to what they do, not what they say. You make time for the people you want to spend time with. Yeah, no. The world is a horrible, awful place. The nicest people I know have seen and been through horrible shit. The nicest people are those who don't want others to suffer. You're right about the dating though. It would be better to say they view the world as able to be better, so they try and contribute to that, I think. If I could upvote this 100 more times, I would. I've been learning this lesson the hard way over the past year. I moved across the country for a work opportunity with a friend from high school, and it's become more and more glaringly obvious over time where her priorities really lie. Her car was broken into last week and she had a ton of stuff stolen. So my wife and I went out and dropped a pretty penny on replacing all her makeup. About then a week later I needed a ride from work, and she was totally put off by my asking her for a ride. If you can't give me a ride, just say so. I'll call an Uber. I don't care. But if you're gonna get your panties in a twist over it, then honestly I have to thank you for showing me your true colors when we've tried to bend over backwards to help you out. In my experience, fake nice people don't pay attention or remember conversations you've had with them, whereas actually nice people will remember things you've told them and refer back to them. One of the bartenders at my job is the worst with this. Older guy, career bartender. He'll ask you how you're doing as he's walking and won't even stop to hear the answer, and will start responding with, good to hear, before you even finish getting your answer out of your mouth. It's kind of funny at times, but it's just so obvious that he can't turn off the bartender mentality that it's completely obnoxious. Every interaction with him is annoying because it's completely, 110% superficial. It makes you wonder why you're even bothering to exchange words with him. I didn't know my mom bartended. There's a lot you don't know about your mom. Honestly, it sort of depends. In my experience, I've met a lot of people who remember names and details in order to seem nice while actually having an agenda. Several of my friends' exes were like this. And on the other end of the spectrum, there are people who really do care and want to be nice, but just have a terrible memory and can't remember. Like me, for example. I can't remember anything, but it's not because I don't care. They can get fed up of you easily and only contact you when they need something. Backhanded compliments. I love how you don't care about how you look. Wow, I didn't expect you to get the job. You look so great for your age size. I've found when you react really positively to their compliment, it pisses them off, so definitely do this in the future. Just treat it like it was a legit compliment, and they'll be angry that you didn't take offense. Serious question. Is it also good to call them out? They'll gaslight you in retaliation. More effective to play along as suggested above or to give as good as you get. Backhanded compliments are essentially a form of trolling, and most trolls can't handle a skilled counter-troll. Sometimes that gets under their skin until they lose it, At that point, you can smile, tell them, "Don't start what you can't finish," and walk away. Asking questions about others but then interrupting the response with their own experiences, thoughts. Oh man, I am so bad with this. Although it's not a case of me not caring about the other person's story, I just have one of those brains which makes connections really quickly, and once I remember something I have to share it. So obnoxious. It's not a case of you not caring about their story, just that you care about yours more. Wow, this just made me feel like an a-hole. It's not always about caring about your story. It might be that you feel driven to share it. Maybe you need acknowledgement or validation, or to show that you understand where the other person is coming from due to a certain experience. Or you've been ignored in the past and are just trying to be assertive. Or you just really think the person would benefit by hearing what you have to say. Some interrupters are certainly a-holes. But some are just trying to communicate and aren't perfect at it. We don't all have charisma leveled to 100. Sorry to interrupt. Had a lengthy discussion with friends last night about interrupters and how if they don't acknowledge and apologize for their interruption they will never become a friend. Then also made the point that we're all guilty of interrupting when we're excited to contribute and find common ground, but we all apologize if interrupting. Last night we were extra conscious of it, and were very polite and apologetic, which we couldn't help laughing about. Or they asked you a question in the hopes that you ask them the same question so they can go on and on about himself. Laughing when something really isn't that funny. Or using a different voice. My favorite thing is to watch people's expressions as they walk away from someone. If they suddenly scowl or make a disgusted face, that's also a dead giveaway. People often use a different voice in professional settings, but that doesn't mean they're not nice. And lots of people laugh when they're nervous. Act nice when you're the only person they can talk to, but as soon as someone they know shows up, you're invisible. That isn't fake nice. Why are you not continuing to join in on the conversations? Do you just sit there quietly? I mean literally being walked away from, or turned away from. I can take the message. Overly pleasant to your face, while unnecessarily dumping on other people. While talking to those other people, they will be overly pleasant to their face, never addressing any issues they bitched about to you. Passive-aggressive bullshit like this is my biggest pet peeve. I mean, everybody does it once in a while. I try not to, but sometimes even I catch myself doing it. But if someone does it constantly, you can bet they're talking shit about you behind your back too. Fake nice. People will constantly talk about the misfortunes of others and pretend to be concerned about the person when in fact they actually enjoy feeling sorry for him/her. Have a friend who does this a lot. Always says how sad it is that so-and-so isn't doing too well at their new job, what a shame that they're so dumped them, etc. It was always bad news about others that they relished sharing. I can't help but imagine someone saying things like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry for your loss," with a huge smile on her face. When Southerners say, "Bless your heart," I know they're calling me an idiot and trying to sound nice about it. It's like they think they're speaking another language or something and playing some funny joke, but I'm in the know. You really think you're in the know? Bless your heart. Just on that, I don't know whatever other little passive-aggressive, sarcastic code phrases you people have. For every sarcastic, bless your heart, there's a genuine one that really wants your world to be blessed and enlightened with positivity. Southerners speak in a lot of idioms. Not all of them are of ill intent. The most evil bitch I ever encountered would talk constantly in this high-pitched baby voice. It was as if she was always trying to control any interaction or confrontation with constant chatter. She would make suspiciously specific denials out of nowhere. "I've never done drugs in my life," when we weren't discussing drugs or partying. Come to find out, she was snorting Adderall. I find they come across as being talkative and fun, but when you start talking about something deeper that isn't about them, their eyes glaze over. Also, I hate it when people go out of their way to tell you they're a good person. I generally find if someone has to tell you they're caring, they probably aren't. Are they currently earning money during your interaction with them? There is an okay chance they are being fake nice. Not to say that is a bad thing. I worked retail for 7 years. Sometimes I have a bad day. That does not mean I will treat you badly, and you are still going to see my smile. I only ever acted fake nice to the customers who gave me shit. If you were normal, or nice back, I wasn't faking it. I honestly enjoyed my customer interactions. Smiling with their mouth but not their eyes. When they act like they've known you for ages but you literally met them 5 minutes ago. Holy crap, yes. I've known a few people who will make even the most awkward person feel like you're their best friend, which is cool. But a few of them then use that to find out a bunch of crap about you and then talk about you. It's horrible. Never being there when you really need them. What are the signs of someone being fake nice? Leave a comment and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this one.